The Commission of Inquiry will hear testimony from Agricultural Economist David Maree today. Last month, Maree took the stand before Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo to testify about the Vrede dairy project. Now, last month, the Commission heard how two Vrede dairy farmers, selected among 80 local people identified as project beneficiaries, said they had reported receiving death threats to the Vrede station, police station, and the hawks in the Free State were ignored. Let's now cross live to our reporter Sindisiwe Twala, who is in Parktown. Sindisiwe, a very good morning to you and thank you for joining us. Commission has resumed after adjourning last month, and still as a focal point is the Vrede dairy farm. What are some of the key aspects that we can expect to be detailed within the next few days?
Yes, we're still back on the Vrede dairy project. We know it was part of the Bahumi initiative, Bahumi Mubung initiative that was earmarked by the premier in that particular province. And this initiative under Vrede, or the Vrede dairy project, was signed off in 2012. The beneficiaries that you mentioned, the likes of Mishak Ngongwane as well as Mr. Dlamini, came here and gave testimony as to their personal account of how excited they were in order to benefit from this initiative. But unfortunately, it went south. But what we can expect from today is to hear testimony from various experts and those that were pivotal or center in this particular initiative. We're going to be hearing from Agricultural Economist Mr. David Maree, who's going to be giving us a breakdown of sorts as to whether a feasibility study, according to his own assertion, was done or not. We know that last month, Roy Jackelson, a DA councillor within the Vrede municipality, or provincial government rather, stated that according to him, no feasibility study was done to show that this project would be a success or not before it was embarked on. But evidence leader Thandi Norman said that actually a post facto or after the fact assessment was done to show that the project could in fact possibly be a success. But we know now that money was siphoned off in this project. A subsidiary or a middle person, a middle company was used rather, Estina, that benefited 220 million, and only 1% was actually used to benefit farmers within the area. Just to give a bit of background as well, this initiative was supposed to benefit local farmers in helping them or equipping them in order to have shares in a dairy farm initiative where there'll be cows, they'd be distributing the milk from that to other, or selling this milk to other places. But unfortunately, even after it was done, this milk was not being able to be sold. Apparently there was issues, the cows even started dying. So what we're going to be hearing over the couple of days is what went wrong with this initiative.
Now, we also know, Cindy, that Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo called for other investigations to take place as soon as he learned that in terms of how matters were reported to the police and no action was done. What can we expect on that front?
We can definitely expect to hear a report back, because what we know about the chair of this commission, the DCJ, Raymond Zondo, is that when he instructs or requests his legal team to actually do something, he expects a report back. He's been quite on the mark in that respect. So we could expect within the course of this week, or before we turn a page to a different project, that the evidence leaders will give a report back as to how far they've come with the Vrede police station, as well as the provincial hawks in the Free State, to find out if what have they done about the allegations of death threats. Mr. Ephraim Dlamini mentioned how there was a cell phone footage of sorts that showed a person who said, I can kill him, I'm available, people planning his murder. The other witness, Mishak Ngongwane, said that he too had heard about this at a funeral of another beneficiary, that he was actually on some form of a hit list. So it's quite scary accusations that are coming out. Roy Jackelson also mentioned that even speaking about about the Vrede Dairy Project, where he's from, is something that is taboo, and people were often, people are reportedly often threatened for even raising these concerns. So we're going to hear how far those investigations have gone, and if we're going to be hearing some form of a report back as to what the Hawks say and why they've been so silent